This week is a really busy week for me as both an author and someone who helps authors with book marketing. So I thought it would be fun to bring you along with me through my week, through speaking engagements, through recording my audiobook today, through some client projects that I'm working on with authors, and give you a sense of what this week looks like for me. Today, I am going to record my audiobook for my third book that is coming out in a couple of weeks. Then later tonight, I am presenting all about how to use TikTok as an author and small press to a publishing organization. So I'm working on that presentation and I'm going to show you what that looks like throughout the week. And just like that, I finished my audiobook. I'll put over some footage from the studio. It went pretty quick. I was a little nervous because I had recorded my last audiobook, but I had a lot more experience reading that book out loud because I had been reading it for a couple of years before it got republished, and this book I had never read out loud before, so it went really well though. My throat and voice honestly are feeling a little bit sore and just like overused, but it wasn't even that long. It took like a little over an hour to record it. I write poetry, so it's not as long as reading a full novel, which would take a lot more time. But now I'm back home and I'm finalizing my presentation tonight. I'm presenting on how to use TikTok to sell books to a publishing association, which I'm looking forward to chatting with all of them tonight. So I'll just show you a quick preview of the presentation. If you have my TikTok guide, I'm actually planning on recording a masterclass for that TikTok guide. So whenever you purchase the TikTok guide, you also get a video walkthrough, because I've done this presentation to some different organizations and I'm like, well, I have this presentation built and it has a lot of good information in it. A lot of it is in the guide already, but you know, people have different learning methods. They like to read or they like to listen. So I think it's a good option to have both available in, you know, kind of like a 2-for-1 deal whenever you get the guide. Okay, I just wrapped up recording the TikTok presentation for my clients. So if you have the TikTok guide already, you'll now get this as a free bonus with the guide. Just a video walkthrough of me talking about the key parts of TikTok and going a little bit more in depth with the guide, because some people are visual learners, some people like to read. And if you don't have the guide already, I'll link it below and you can grab it and now get this video with it as well. It's 9:20, so that was around an hour and 20 minutes of doing this presentation, but it went really, really well. I answered a lot of questions from listeners. I think it was a lot of like small presses and publishers and authors who were listening in and hearing me talk about TikTok marketing. So lots of great questions and it was really fun. Good morning. It is the next day. It's Wednesday at almost 10 a.m. This morning, I am doing a marketing audit for a client who is a marketing month client for me. She just started her marketing month yesterday, and so how I start all of my new clients is by auditing all of their platforms. So I'm going through her Instagram, TikTok, website, book description, all of that, and giving her a detailed video with suggestions and improvements. So I'll bring you along with me as I do that. Okay, so I kind of forgot to vlog for a lot of today, but I got my marketing audit done this morning for my client that just got started working with me yesterday. Got back to all of my other authors that I'm working with currently on Voxer, which is where we go back and forth with audio messages and text messages. I recorded a podcast episode, I did some website updates, and now I'm gonna go run some errands with my fiance. Good morning, it is Thursday. And today is an exciting day. It's a fun day because it is a VIP marketing day for one of my clients. So a VIP day is a day where I am available to you to go back and forth through audio messages and text messages. And I also do an audit of your current social media marketing platforms. So this morning I am going to go ahead and look at this author's social media channels and record a video giving them my feedback and recommendations to improve. And then the rest of the day we have time to strategize, to go over, you know, post ideas, analytics, review anything that they would like to talk about over the course of the day. So it's really fun just getting to chat with someone throughout the day and strategize with them. It's one of my favorite things to do. So looking forward to that. It is a very rainy and gloomy day out here, so I kind of want to just cozy up in my pajamas all day, but I'm looking forward to that. I also have a bunch of postcards to sign for my pre-order launch. So I also have a book launch coming in a couple of weeks. and I am giving out postcards to a hand select of people that pre-ordered and filled out this form that I have. So I have about 20 postcards left to do, and then gotta go mail those out as well. So a couple different things going on today. I also am in the middle of wedding planning, so I have a wedding tour for a venue later this evening with my fiance, and I also have a virtual doctor's appointment earlier this morning. So a little bit busy today, but I'm looking forward to it, and let's do it. It is almost 3:30. The day has gone by pretty quickly, but the VIP day with my client, my author today, has been really fun. We've talked about social media, TikTok, Instagram, building up their email newsletter list for their book launch happening in a couple months here, and just how to best grow those accounts and get their book out there on those accounts. So it's been really good. We still have a couple hours left of chit-chatting back and forth. And then I wrote out some more postcards for my pre-order, my own book launch that's happening. We're about to head to the post office, the library, and then we're doing a venue tour for our wedding later this evening. Then I'm gonna have dinner, finish up a couple more things. I'm finishing up right now an email newsletter to my readers, talking about the audiobook that I recorded this week, and just reminding people to pre-order the book. So during a book launch, I typically will send more newsletters than usual, but I've taken a couple of weeks off for the holidays and everything. So I'm getting back into that, and that's what I'm up to. I just made some cinnamon rolls with my partner. They were delicious. First time making homemade cinnamon rolls, but they're like one of my favorite breakfast foods. Are they a breakfast food in where you live? I'm curious, because in America, I feel like we love pastries and cinnamon rolls and super sugary things for breakfast, but I know other countries don't always do that, so I'm curious. But definitely one of my favorite breakfasts. Now I'm about to present to a writers group on book marketing. We're talking specifically about Instagram and TikTok, so I'm about to hop on that, and it starts in about 5 minutes. 1 hour later, just wrapped up the Q&A. It was so nice. Lots of great questions from the panel who is asking me questions, and then lots of great questions from the audience as well, of readers. We chatted about TikTok and Instagram, how to make the most use of those platforms. I'll link the TikTok video that I have as well as the Instagram video that I have if you want to learn more tips from me. But yeah, it was so much fun. I love doing those little Q&A type of panels. So that was my Saturday. It's pretty early in the day, so I think I'm going to be packaging up some of my pre-order gifts. So I always recommend, if you're launching a book and you can find a group of readers to send your books to that maybe have an audience on social media, or they'll post about it on social media. I'm sending out a handful of books as well today leading up to my book launch. And then I also have a couple more pre-order incentive gifts to finish sending out too. I am editing a new YouTube video, and I just sometimes forget that I get distracted while I'm filming and just do some silly nonsense. It is not uncommon for me to go back through old video footage and find myself just dancing in the middle of a video, because I either lose my train of thought or I know what I want to say, but I'm struggling to make it sound exactly right. So I just take a little dance break. It's common. Do you do that? Probably not. Afternoon, about about 40 minutes away from the Poetry Club workshop, and I teach all genres of book marketing, but I do have a membership specific to poets where we talk about writing poetry as well and learning poetry techniques. And so the doors are closing today for that membership January 15th. So by the time this vlog is up, it'll be closed. But we've had 17 or 18 new members join us this month, which is so exciting. And I'm leading a workshop today on poetry book writing and putting a book together, and we're going to be writing some poems. So I'm so looking forward to this. I've been planning it. I've been just going through the slides this morning and I'm ready to go. So I really just cannot wait for this workshop to get started. Such a good workshop this afternoon. We had around 20 plus people join us for the session, walked through writing and planning a poetry book. We did some brainstorm sessions, we did some writing sessions, and it went really, really well. Lots of great questions about writing and publishing a book. Now I am just going through the replay and editing that, clipping the beginning and end so that I can upload it to the membership portal for the Poetry Club. I am wrapping up my week, just finishing up my pre-order packages for my new book coming out. So I'll show you what I'm working on, but I'm just packing up and signing books that I'm sending out to some early readers, and little mirrors as well that kind of go with the theme of the book. And then also wrapping up all of these postcards that I've been signing to people that pre-ordered the book. If you are doing pre-orders for your book, it really just adds a nice touch to have a little bit of an incentive for pre-ordering, because people love that, instant gratification of getting the book right away. So having little gifts or little prizes to potentially give away just really helps. So I have chosen to do around 50 postcards to the first 50 people and then cut it off there just so it's not so much work, but it definitely adds that personal touch. So something to keep in mind if you are launching a book soon. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the vlog there. Thanks so much for watching this week in my life. It was a bit hectic, a little bit more busy than usual with the audiobook recording. I had a few different presentations this week to different organizations, as well as my own poetry club. So there was a lot of speaking this week. My voice definitely needs some rest. I have a lot of editing and marketing clients to work with this week, so it'll be a little less on the voice, and I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more book marketing tips. I am planning to share lots more on social media marketing for authors, as well as other types of marketing too. So be sure to stick around for that, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead.